So Cow is setting us up. Very likely going to jump into the VortiX Valdemar, the VVV quarterfinals here.
Checking. Where's that draft? There's a B draft. Where's the Valdemar
Oh,
draft?
there's.
Here we go. Oh, we are getting our wish potentially, folks. If we're fast enough and we can jump into this game, see Sengoku. Come on, Cow, hurry up.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm ready for it.
There is a VortiX Valdemar game. They're already done. Please don't tell me that. Great! Yay! So no Sengoku for any of us. Ever. It's over.
Shoot.
Done.
Well, we did see those healing elephants able to be picked by VortiX in the Civ pool here.
Got a Tulak. Actually, double deli flags there. Do enjoy me that. And Valdemar not opting for any of the new ones.
Nope. We've seen quite a few players just stick with the classics. Makes sense. $1,000 on the line. You're going to play with what you're comfortable with. Seen earlier on today when the matchups were a little bit more lopsided, saw the underdogs maybe taking the new civs as kind of a wild card to shake things up. But as we've progressed, not as often for sure.
Exactly. So, while we wait for our production manager to deal with everything, remind me, what are the next upcoming new big tournaments that we have? There's an Outback Octagon coming up, I believe. Do you know when that is?
I believe that's next week.
18th and 19th. Nice. And then we're going straight into the next EGC tournament. Nice. Yeah, folks, it is a good time to be an AoE fan. There's the first game that we missed. Maybe, is the second game not done yet? Please tell me. Mali taking out French, as you'd expect.
Maybe we get a Sengoku.
Come on. Okay. We're not getting it. Sure.
So Cow is setting us up with the next match here. It is going to be Byzantines and Ottomans. Map TBD. We'll know in a second where we're going.
Look, I'm generally always excited to see an Ottoman match because I love Sipahi, but kind of hurts to always miss the Sengoku matches.
Yep. I hear you. There's still
and they beat
some hours
China
in the day. Ooh, look at that. China getting through for Valdemar. Dropping it against Sengoku. VortiX up 2-0 at this point. The quarterfinals here. Best of 5. Valdemar needing that reverse sweep. He's got the Ottomans. He's facing the Byzantines. Can he do it? We got 5 minutes until we'll see.
Didn't catch that cow. We're getting our cues from the producer, but talking so silent. Seems a little tired, guys.
It's been a tough day.
It's been a tough day for the bovine. Let's set up that gamba.
Oop, why did I pin that LOL? Must have misclicked in the chat. Anyway, enough about that. Yeah, Byzantines, Ottomans. Don't exactly know what map it is. It could be Gorge, it could be Kawasan. Probably not for the Byzantines. Could also be Lipany. I'm thinking likely Gorge. I don't know about you. I don't have the actual client open to tell at this point.
I'll say, if I'm Valdemar in this situation, what do I pick to deal with VortiX? Yeah, I think it should be Gorge. You know, Lipany is not the greatest. I mean, you can definitely play Ottomans on Lipany, but Byzantine is pretty happy with that, and
Yeah.
Kavazan is not a Byzantine map.
Nope. Nope. And there it is. Okay, Gorge confirmed. Seen Gorge a couple of times. Saw that long, drawn-out game, Japanese and China, with Ian Lucifron earlier. Also saw the Golden Horde against Japanese on Gorge, and how the Golden Horde reacts to early pressure on full display. Feels like they crumble and can't get anything going.
Yeah, Biz is notoriously a little weaker early on. If you can get all the cisterns up, if you can get your eco running and start pumping out those mercs, you're a happy camper. You can match the Ottoman output, but Valdemar is gonna know that, and he is not going to want to let VortiX get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of expecting Dark Age aggression, because on Gorge something always spawns forward. If it's me, it's gonna be your food and gold. If it's someone else, it's probably their stone, and they're not a Civ that needs stone. But Byzantine actually wants stone, so
Yeah, gonna be a target for sure. We'll see what that is when the map loads up.
Cow, score, or give me the link to the overlay so I can update it myself.
All right. Yeah, score currently 2-0. VortiX in the lead. Best of 5. Valdemar looking for a win, and then 2 more immediately following it. He does have KT if Kawasan comes into play. Really?
Yeah, it got so heavily nerfed. Yes. I'll say it's maybe a nerf on hybrid maps. We're definitely not gonna see it on Frisian marshes anymore, because their docks are now super expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But the docks also got massively buffed for actual value that you get out of them. So yeah, you don't put one on every single pond, but at the same time, you now have the harbor, which is pretty insane for the value that it gives you. But that is my take anyway.
Haven't seen KT in action on the high level ever since the patch came out. So I haven't seen New Harbor and how it plays, but from the looks of it, especially on something like Kawasan, it feels like you just secure one of those pawns outright with not a lot of counterplay.
We had this puppy guy in chat earlier. Maybe he's still here. Maybe he has some insights. But yeah, let's just hop into the game instead. Colors are still switched. This is VortiX as the Byzantines playing in the northeastern corner. And he's opening with a Dark Age barracks. Wait. Yeah, he's actually opening with a Dark Age barracks as the Byzantines. We've got Mitane. That is beautiful. Yeah, love it.
Very nice. Expecting that early pressure. Getting that barracks out immediately.
So how is his resource? Oh my lord, look at his resource spawn. He has the berries to the side and the gold to the front. Yeah, I can see why we would build that.
Yep. So there's the military school coming in for Valdemar. Oh
even
my
the
goodness,
stone
that
is
gold
forward.
Miles away from the TC, it feels like that gold is due north, and then on the other side, Ottomans seeing their berries and their stone right in front of their base. Gold off to the side.
First Limitane is out, and it's staying at home, so this so far is a purely defensive maneuver. Valdemar, however, opening with the military school, going for a normal age up by going on the gold. Now, no barracks play.
First Limitane, excuse me, made its way down the field. You can see that yellow dot. Heading down the map right now. Maybe.
He's strong and
Disruption here on the
confident.
Ottomans' gold. Yeah.
He has 10 more health than a regular spearman.
What a Chad. What a Chad indeed. Gold slowly trickling in for Valdemar. We'll see where this Limitani ends up. Certainly pathing around.
Don't
attack that gold.
Don't path into the TC. His friend also came with. So Valdemar is about to have one spear against the two of VortiX, but looks like he just needs 30 more gold as soon as he drops off here.
Yeah, you can see the Vils being pulled coming up to ensure that he does get that gold. Shiv's coming out. A little back and forth between the spears and the Vils. More Vils being pulled now. Gotta get that 200. Spear's doing a good job of really disrupting Valdemar here in the Dark Age. But there's the 200 gold. Villagers will leave for the moment. Focus on getting up to feudal.
Yeah, nice reaction though. Forcing out all of those villager movements. A little bit of a disruption. And we've got the Twin Minaret Madrasa coming in the back. And VortiX on the other side, slowly making his way to feudal as well. But he has 3 villagers on the stone to cistern boom while he does so.
He's doing a little bit of everything here. Establishing with some early spears. Might as well get some stone in the Dark Age. Actually pop blocked right now. I don't know if he's got a house in production, but he doesn't have the wood to build one.
I believe in him. I say he has a house somewhere.
There it is.
As far as sheep go, got a pretty even split. For a change. Love that. Love that for a competitive match where sheep actually don't completely decide the game outcome. Why not more regular on that? Anyway, VortiX making his way. Do you think we're gonna see a winery or a hippodrome with the barriers to the side like that?
I think we're still gonna see a winery.
And a grand winery it is. A little scary if you build it exposed like that, but still. Probably the better landmark, and since he did not open on the berries, no extra oil income for him just yet, so I'm gonna take the full income from these initial berry patches. So Valdemar, what is the plan here? Feudal Age coming in. Disregard the fact that the overlay is 5 seconds behind. It is fine, we're working on it.
Yeah, we'll see what he wants to shift into here. There's what sort of pressure comes into the winery. VortiX already with 3 spears that can help defend it. You see 2 pulled back to the gold at home. That scout is going to see the move for Ottoman Stone.
Gonna be an eco play, as in we're going for either an early military school or it could possibly be a 2TC play, though. Not sure if that's the smartest move against a Byzantine player who's already set up quite heavily on their cisterns.
Yeah, only 2 Vils moving over to stone right now. Gonna be Archers Sipahi coming out for Valdemar. Water level 3, gonna be water level 4 in just a second.
Could have been such a beautiful square. Now we have a whatever is that called in English?
Some sort of rhombus. I don't know.
It's not parallel, unfortunately. It hurts my soul, but it's not. Trapezoid, thank you.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Forward gold for VortiX now denied. Nice move there, moving straight back. Valdemar gets some pokes in, but no real damage done. And the winery already has the arrow-slitted tower sitting right there, so this is not gonna be able to be harassed at all. Now, real question, what contract do we see VortiX go for against an Ottoman player?
Well, I mean, we've seen longbows every single time. I'd be surprised if we mix it up. I'm saying longbows.
And there's the Western contract. Yes.
Yep. Stable coming out as well for VortiX. Add some horsemen in. Ottoman mass starts to build on the outskirts of the Byzantines base. Saw this earlier with B and Lucifron B as the Ottomans versus Lucifron's Malians. Ottoman just able to get a critical mass going. Even though the Malians could defend themselves early, they just could not slow them down.
This is pretty much the same situation, honestly. We've got the defending Civ with an eco advantage against the Ottomans, but they're stuck in their base, cannot really go out. If VortiX can secure himself just one extra food source, if he can get out on those deer on the right side, I guess he's fine. But if not, this is gonna be real rough, and Valdemar is gonna try and sit on him as much as he can.
Those berries underneath the Grand Winery just about expired. Military count continues to climb for the Ottomans. You can see a tower now protecting the gold. Ottomans can't engage into it quite yet.
VortiX's economy is just so much better right now, sitting on the 4 cistern buff and has the wheelbarrow in the queue already. But Valdemar having both archer upgrades in a second, and can he go for a dive on any of these resources at that moment? Got 4 Sipahi here, we've got 8 archers. Is that enough to deal with a... No, that tower is not upgraded. So the forward gold at least should be doable. Longbows, of course, can just step back into TC range and keep shooting.
We do have that first batch out, second batch in the queue. Ottomans just circling around, letting their numbers grow. Need to start thinking about getting some damage in soon. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Valdemar moves up, Sipahi leading the way. Longbows are there, though, but a couple of Meter.
Longbows doing a real number here on that. The Mether is still up, both of them, but the archers for the Ottomans are just falling and falling and falling. Spears are also done. The Limitani are still up. Not a good engagement for Valdemar. VortiX taking a great engagement here, and immediately he moves out to the berries.
That feels real bad. VortiX already with a massive economy advantage. Valdemar losing a lot of military in that engagement. The Ottomans, they're supposed to have that big mass, that big blob. It's cut down to size. Investing into more Sipahi. Sipahi Archer is going to be the play for Valdemar going forward.
Now it gets real scary for Valdemar. Is he out on the map anywhere? I mean, he's taking those forwards down, and he's on the berries here. The horsemen coming in from the top side, so... but, counter-raid attempt. Their scout is here and sees that there is defending forces right outside, so he's gonna try and wrap around.
Not finding anything on those berries, and then VortiX. Zone horsemen. Not seeing much for the Ottomans quite yet. Maybe a couple Sipahi out by themselves, though. Take a few hits. No follow-up.
Horseman mass has been scouted out, though. Valdemar is trying to get into the back there, but the cisterns are gonna provide vision, and VortiX scouts it out immediately. Also taking an engagement on Valdemar's gold here, but gets pushed back, does not want to engage directly with the Sipahi. Okay, we're diving straight under the TC. There might be a connection on the Vills, but Valdemar can't really stay here. Defending forces come in. Good idle time, though.
Yeah, able to force those Vills right off of that wood line. Keep them off for a few seconds anyways. Pulling them in front of the town center. You have to run back. No actual picks on either side. First big raid has been defended on both sides. Byzantines with the mass right now. Looking for damage, looking for targets. Those horsemen are a little bit forward. Sipahi giving chase. Going to chase them right into a pack of archers. It's going to be Sipahi on top of the horsemen. Horsemen blocking the Sipahi from getting onto the longbows.
Here's the method.
Spears coming up.
And here comes the flank from the Sipahi from the back. There is a few Limitane joining that fight. Longbows, though, getting picked off here, and you cannot replace early all units as the Byzantines because you do not have farms set up. So that's a great engagement there for Valdemar, even if he loses most of his archers here. But he's got to pay attention here. Sipahi are expensive.
Yeah, dancing back and forth. Archers a little far forward. Spy coming in, trying to get a poke wherever they can onto the Limitani.
Ooh.
Horsemen cleared out, though. Just infantry remains for the Byzantines. Military count is evened up, basically.
Looking at VortiX's resources, though, he has a lot of gold piled up. Could potentially just afford all of the eco upgrades if he so chooses, and he's set up to go castle whenever if he can just accumulate the food. But yeah, Valdemar in the same situation as VortiX earlier. He can now move out to other resources on the map. Gonna get those here.
There go those Vills, establishing that. Looks like some yellow dots around the board near the north. Taking a look at the Vizier points, that early meta point. Then the extra military school, you can see we're at 3 out of 3.
VortiX is set up beautifully with the early farms already. Valdemar still entirely reliant on map food as the horsemen circle around coming towards the deer, but there is some defending force to deal with that.
Yeah, not going to find much there. Yeah, no red on the other side of the map.
He's taking all of the berries that he has on his side. Yes, I'm aware that he could build a cistern there if he so chooses, just for the little bit of a buff that one would provide, and he could also link it to the bottom. Sipahi, though, already here. There is double tower. They are not fortified, so the Sipahi could take out the towers. Still gonna take a little bit of damage here, and the Limitani are not far off.
Yeah, torches come out, but Limitani right there. Gonna get some hits on the Sipahi.
And the
Not
Mepher
quite
gets
able to
sniped
take
off.
one out.
Counter raid on the gold. We're very close to the TC, though. Almost get the low one, but not quite. Oh, nice engagement. The Limitani here are being picked off, and the villagers are running away. Can they make it out, though? I don't see any defending force close by. The army of VortiX was on the other side, and Sipahi actually find the Vills. Oof, this is gonna be painful.
Yeah, good job by Valdemar to not commit every Sipahi on one side of that tree line. The other two coming around, able to find a few. Outposts have been fortified at this point. Vills jump out to repair, and another one gets sniped out during that. There's reinforcements coming in from VortiX, who's going up to castle with the Golden Horn Tower. Tower gets burnt down. We got 4 dead villagers on the side of VortiX. And now horsemen in from the back.
Very scary now.
The military is crashing down in, trying to pinch them here. Sipahi just want to clean up the horsemen and get out of there. The Limitani numbers, though, just too many for the Sipahi to engage into. All of them are going to be forced back.
And that is almost the entire Sipahi mass that Valdemar had. And VortiX's castle now So now the scary armored units come out. And what does he have to deal with that? And VortiX, beautiful movement with the villagers, just juking around the wood line and going straight back into the towers. Yeah, that's nicely played as we see the first cataphract entering the field.
Saved himself from total disaster with the movement of those vills there. Losing fewer than he could have. More pressure now in on the forward gold. By taking their torches, trying to hit the outpost. Cataphract reveals himself. Tiny trying to swing around here.
Don't want to have those touch the cataphract. The spears there. A good gold denial here. 500 per minute of VortiX. Did he put down a market? Feels like it.
Yeah, I don't see any other gold. Now it's Valdemar's turn to go up to castle. Spy running forward, trying to save those archers. Prevent VortiX from chasing him that much further.
Running engagement there, and VortiX can't really move out on the map with his main force as long as the Sipahi are there, and he does not have enough Limitane to protect them from the Sipahi. Longbows are just too slow for that, but gold no longer denied, and now he's just happily going on. And how is Valdemar's food situation going? Deer on the top are running out soon. There's another deer pack to the north of that. And there is the one... Okay, those berries are going to be gone soon as well, because all of the age-up vills are here. Yeah, one farm. We've got one farm.
All right. Going heavy into berries, you can see Veteran C now on the way for the Ottomans, for the archers, for the Sipahi. VortiX moving across the map, looking to deal some damage. Army of cataphracts and horsemen. They're going to find Archer Spear. Going to retreat for the moment.
Yeah, so far there's no way to really deal with these cataphracts. And Valdemar having to pull back here. All his vills up here in unfortified towers. What is his army going to do against this? He really doesn't have a way to deal with the 4 cataphracts.
Valdemar looks like he's making just a little bit of everything. I see men-at-arms, crossbows, and knights in the queue. Villagers now exposed. Yeah,
that's another 5 dead vills in a second there. Sipahi on the reinforcements is a really nice move. Picking all of them off, but VortiX knows his advantage, pushes it mercilessly and takes out those vills. Okay, Valdemar actually wants this engagement. Let's see if he can make it work.
He's moving up. Sipahi looking for their targets, looking to get in onto the archers. The cataphracts trampling on through. But it just seems like the Ottoman numbers are falling in this fight.
I mean, what did he expect to
on
happen?
The retreat. Yeah.
Cataphracts don't take any damage. Like, there's nothing that deals with them. That was just a little bit of a disastrous fight. There is one more berry patch in the southeastern corner that Valdemar has to go for in a second. And while all of this is going on, VortiX already securing his second relic.
Valdemar in a tricky spot here. Yeah, I don't know. He's trying to get crossbows onto the field. Trying to get something to deal with the cataphracts, with the military numbers, the value between both militaries. There's such a discrepancy. As we did see Cow experimenting with a little postmodernism with that graph that we saw before. Yes, you can hit Castle Age 4 times. Yes, your team can have 3 lines on the graph. VortiX, though, pushing in, targeting the military schools. Mangonel in the back.
Look, it's all tied up with fun to fun.
Yeah.
Mangonel is not happy right now. Cataphract's going straight for it, and still there's not really a thing to deal with that. There's a few crossbows in the back. And here's the Janissary Company.
Emergency Janissaries. They've been called. They've been summoned. They're trying to take out the cataphracts, but there's launch connectors on top of the Janissaries. Those were cleared out. I don't hear any more.
Oh, nice
gunshots.
flank on the longbows, but the Limitane are moving in position in time. Even with the company, this is a mutual destruction, and in the meantime, VortiX is equal just zoom in. Valdemar securing one relic for himself though. Oh god,
there's
food
one.
is running out.
Yeah. Food gonna be an issue. Look, the other berry pack, very exposed. Top right of the base. A couple more deer packs as you go up the cliff in the gorge, but those have been an issue. VortiX has mounted units able to get in there, deal some raids, deal some raid damage, pick up vills, and get out of there. And he is targeting the food in that direction yet again. And so maybe Springald's to deal with this.
If you set the MAA to Springles, you just get a massive amount of them. And, you know, Valdemar's like, yes, this is not looking great for me. I guess.
I don't actually know what to do after this. Where to take this game, yeah.
I mean, there's the old approach of, you know, I'm just gonna turtle on this little hill, on this little island that is my base, and go straight imp, and then my military schools will just win for me. But that only works if your opponent doesn't have like 10 cataphracts on the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, VortiX would definitely shut down that idea, and shut down he does. He's winning 3-0 against Valdemar. The quarterfinals.